vaccine mandates from the president.
Will also be required to get vaccinated.
And endorsing COVID-19 boosters.
That's the best way to protect ourselves from new variants that could arise.
When you should get your next shot.
A violent crime spree in Denver.
We feel for the family. We feel for the community.
A student killed right outside of his school as police search for the suspects.
We need everybody in our community to help us identify who these individuals are and bring them to justice.
Woo! There's another scorcher today, but a nice cool down is on the way.
Boy, and things are changing. We want to quickly get to weather right now because storms are developing on the western slope.
Team coverage tonight from Glenwood Canyon, where a flash flood warning just issued. Also, the interstate just closed.
So let's get to Chief Meteorologist Mike Nelson, who's looking in depth at who these storms will impact. Mike?
Okay, thank you, Ann and Janet. Mid-90s stay, cooler weather coming in, but with thunderstorm activity. A flash flood watch in effect for western Colorado. Severe thunderstorm watch and some warnings in eastern Utah. But let's focus right now on the concern along the Grizzly Creek burn scar. Flash flood warning there until 7:15. You see that thunderstorm moving right over Glenwood Springs right now. It just moved through Glenwood Canyon. This is the concern as we get more of these thunderstorms expected during the next 24 to 36 hours. Also a flash flood warning in effect on the Cameron Peak burn scar because of some locally heavy rain there. This is just beginning. A lot more rain and thunderstorms on the way tonight through tomorrow. Ann?
And now let's go to Denver7's Liz Gilardi, who is in Glenwood Canyon right now, where mudslides keep shutting down sections of I-70. Liz, your phone, I know, just buzzed with an emergency alert about a flash flood warning there.
And we received that alert about 30 minutes ago. Shortly thereafter, I-70, to no surprise, was shut down. And as you can see right now, it's raining pretty hard. It was just sunny, beautiful out this afternoon. It did rain a little bit earlier today, maybe around noon or so, shortly after we got into town. But, you know, people here tell me they wait for that alert on their phone, waiting to hear if that highway will be open because it is so vital to the economy to hear. Some people, you know, they might live here, they might kind of work, you know, further toward Eagle or maybe somewhere like that. So it is just so vital, and they're just waiting to see if that highway will shut down, and then also when it will reopen, if there's any damage, if there's another mudslide. But we do know that heavy rainfall and thunderstorms are still in the forecast for this area, and every time people hear rain is expected, they're bracing for that possible closure. Glenwood Canyon, it just reopened after a slide shut it down for some time, and there is the possibility that it could be closed at least through the evening, and we'll wait and see for exactly how long. But CDOT says really this is a matter of safety. The last thing they want is someone getting stuck in a mudslide.
I totally get why they have to. The last thing you want is somebody getting caught up. Certainly that's not ideal. But what I will say is we've been really thankful that CDOT has made the effort they've made, that they got it reopened as quick as they did, because I don't know about you, when I saw the pictures of it, I thought we might be looking at months.
Well, absolutely, and that's the thing, you know, people say they expected it. They're also so thankful for CDOT and just how quickly they were able to reopen, and they always work to get it reopened quickly. But the impact on business is pretty immediate. The bike shop, the ski rental place that we spoke with, their sales dropped by about a third during that extended closure. And also we talked with a pizza place today that said it was hard even getting the supplies that they needed to make pizzas during that time. Reporting live in Glenwood Springs, I'm Liz Gilardi.
All too familiar. Liz, thanks for that report. Also, Colorado's iconic Hanging Lake will remain closed for the foreseeable future because of damage from the recent mudslides. Now, the lake itself's in good shape. The trails around it, they need some serious repair. More than 15,000 reservations to Hanging Lake now are canceled. No estimated time on when the trail might reopen. And also new tonight, vaccine requirements for nursing homes.
In order to receive Medicare and Medicaid funding, the president says all U.S. nursing homes must require their staff be vaccinated against COVID-19. Good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us tonight for Denver7 News at 5. I'm Ann Trujillo.
I'm Shannon Ogden. As you can see, a very busy night. And today, President Biden also pushed for Americans to get vaccine boosters. So let's start with a closer look at what Biden outlined. The president says those booster shots will start in about a month during the week of September 20th. But not everyone should rush to get one. The CDC is recommending people get their boosters 8 months after the second dose. and it only applies to Pfizer and Moderna right now. There's still no CDC guidance on boosters if you receive the Johnson & Johnson shot. Now, just yesterday, the World Health Organization urged countries not to administer boosters until all the countries have been given first doses. President Biden says, though, America is not acting too quickly.
Now, know there's some world leaders who say America shouldn't get a third shot until other countries got their first shot. I disagree. We can take care of America and help the world at the same time.
And looking closer at the numbers behind that decision, the president says the U.S. has donated the most COVID-19 vaccines to other countries, more than 110 million doses distributed to 65 countries.
The president also said in his address today that 130,000 people have died in U.S. nursing homes since this pandemic began. And new data is also showing that in nursing homes where a majority of staff is vaccinated, COVID-19 cases are reduced by 30%. Nursing home workers are already required to be vaccinated here in Denver. And as we told you yesterday, Governor Polis urged the State Board of Health to require the vaccine for people who work with vulnerable populations and healthcare workers in Colorado. And if enacted, the governor's mandate would require those employees to be vaccinated by September 30th.
And today, Colorado added another 2,000 positive COVID cases today. Governor Polis says, though, the state's still doing better than others.
And he spoke today alongside the executive director of the Colorado Department of Corrections. That department is now requiring all its officers be vaccinated.
And Denver7's MEGHAN Lopez interviewed executive director Dean Williams today, and MEGHAN joins us live downtown. MEGHAN?
Shannon and Ann, the Department of Corrections just has not gotten enough of its employees vaccinated. Its rate is at less than 60% of people being vaccinated for staffers. That's lower than the state's overall rate. It's also lower even than the inmates in terms of vaccines. The DOC says it has tried the carrot approach. Now it's moving to the stick with mandates.
Like everything with the COVID pandemic, change is a constant.
If you look at the steepness of those lines, you'll see
our understanding, our case counts, data, even the virus itself changes. And because of that.
But what's really changed over the last few months and really moved us is really the risk around the Delta variant.
So do decisions. For the Colorado Department of Corrections, that means vaccine mandates and a deadline.
By September 30th, everyone in this category of state employees will have their first dose, fully vaccinated by the end of October.
They tried incentives, but not enough staff chose to be vaccinated. DOC Executive Director Dean Williams says for the sake of safety with the Delta variant, he needs 90% of his staff vaccinated.
They may not like it, but my hope and prayer is that they come along with it.
The decision is likely not going to be a popular one. Only 58% of the staff is currently vaccinated. At one point, 500 workers were out due to COVID this past year. Williams says he's hoping employees don't quit over the mandate, but he's prepared.
Will it be tough if we had a large exodus of staff? Yeah, of course it would be. There's no kidding about that. But I'm anticipating that more staff will come around.
And they've dealt with staffing issues before. The department is offering overtime, expediting recruitment, creating temporary positions, even asking people to come out of retirement to help fill current holes.
This department will do what it needs to do with however many staff we have.
There's also a plan to require vaccines for some inmates. Some prison workforce jobs will be contingent on compliance.
People who are in our transitional work programs or who work for correctional industries, we're going to tell those inmates, hey, if you want to have one of those jobs, you just need to be vaccinated.
But they're vaccinated at a higher rate, so he doesn't see the inmates, but his own staff as being the real challenge.
So talking of that carrot approach, Williams says that the incentives that they had offered employees did work somewhat. It encouraged an additional 5 to 10% of DOC staffers to go ahead and to get that vaccine. But that incentive is not going to be offered to staffers moving forward with this mandate. I'm live. MEGHAN Lopez, Denver7.
All right, MEGHAN, thank you. Well, right now in Denver, police are searching for 4 suspects who went on a crime spree overnight.
One person was killed during a robbery during that spree, and that victim was just 19 years old and was studying at the Hebrew school near Sloan's Lake.
Denver7's Gary Brode joins us live now. And Gary, police are just hoping to get answers from anybody who heard or saw something.
And they have said that they've seen a few witnesses have come forward, but look, police department saying right now, those suspects have a high propensity for violence. And right behind me are some good examples. You could see there is a bullet hole in that car, and behind that is more boarded up windows from where other shots were fired and landed. This all happened last night, of course, killing an 18-year-old student who was simply coming out of school late on a Tuesday night. In just 2 hours, a group of at least 4 people left a wake of devastation throughout the Denver metro.
We recognize how violent the activities took place last night, and we cannot allow this to become status quo in our city.
The worst of their destruction was here at the Yeshiva Torah Kayam, where 18-year-old student Shmuel Silverberg was shot and killed in front of his own school.
The first thing you think of a Jewish institution, maybe it's gang-related and anti-Semitic, but it seems not.
Sarah Crystal lives in the predominantly Jewish neighborhood around Stewart Street where the shooting took place. She said she heard the shots and came outside to check it out.
The moment after the shooting, there was this car going down the block 90 miles an hour, and I'm like, that's a getaway car.
She says she didn't get a good look at the car, but Denver police have 3 cars to be on the lookout for. A 2020 blue Toyota Camry, a 2018 maroon Honda CR-V, and a 1998 black Toyota RAV4.
Our working theory at this point is that they have all the vehicles still, or have access to all the vehicles still.
Police say those cars were part of a crime spree starting in Denver and ending in Lakewood. The first started with an attempted car burglary on Alameda at 10 Tuesday night. Witnesses stopped that, but not before the suspects pulled a gun on them. They got away in this blue Camry. About an hour later, they carjacked this Honda CR-V on Grape and Colfax. 20 minutes later, at least 4 suspects wearing ski masks came up to a man at Colfax and Lafayette. They shot and robbed him. That brings us to the yeshiva around 11:30. DPD says they aren't sure if there was an interaction between Silverberg and the suspects before they shot him. The night of terror came to an end in Lakewood, where they stole a 1998 RAV4 from a business parking lot. And while police search for the suspects, the community around the yeshiva still tries to come to grips with the loss.
We feel for the family, we feel for the community. Our hearts go out for everybody here.
The man shot on Colfax is stable in the hospital still at this point. As for Silverberg, funeral services were today here in Denver. He will be buried in New Jersey on Friday. Denver police are saying right now they do not believe his murder was a hate crime, but they are still leaving it open during the investigation. Reporting live here in Denver, I'm Gary Brode, Denver7.
There was nothing that I or anyone else saw that indicated a collapse of this army and this government in 11 days.
No clue the Taliban would take over so quickly.
The latest from the Pentagon on the evacuations from Afghanistan as Coloradans wait for their right out of that country.
I can't do anything. I cannot tell them I'm an American and I'm a permanent resident of America.
And wearing purple.
In Colorado alone, there's more than 76,000 people living with Alzheimer's.
The Bolins make a big donation at Broncos training camp.